What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. I'm going to be detailing this Range Rover today. Well, not really detailing, doing like a maintenance wash on it. The car's not too bad. This is a car that gets washed weekly, but I'm going to be going through the steps that I take to do my routine maintenance washes for my customers. So if you like the video, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can get notified every time that I post a new video. All right, everybody. So here, what I typically do is I start working on the interior. I start wiping down all of the screens, the consoles. Notice I just used my brush. Use that to try to get into some of these harder to reach areas. I always try to use two separate microfibers. One of them, I have it with water. In this case, the customer specifically asked to use water, no interior cleaner. I have one microfiber for water or interior cleaner, and another one that's dry to take out any little dust particles. I just took out the cup holder protector, and I normally do that so that I can clean the cup holder on the top part and on the bottom part, and that typically leaves the cup holder, it leaves it a lot cleaner than just trying to wipe inside, and it makes the cleaning aspect of cup holders a lot simpler. Now, if you notice, I am going over a lot in the same section. That's because this has some polished plastic that's very glossy, and slightest things leave like little streaks or marks on it, so I try to go over it a few times to make sure it's nice and clean for the customer. Same as the steering wheel. Steering wheel has a section there with the same type of material that is very glossy, and it ultimately will leave some marks. Here I'm just wiping down the side of the center console and getting ready to do the seats when they have any like grease stains or anything like that. And I do the same process for the doors, the two rag process. One is damp and the other one is dry. You know, just some of the plastic covers from the interior. I like to vacuum in sections. So what I typically do is, as I'm going around the car, I work on 4 sections: driver's side, rear, passenger driver's side, and then the actual passenger side. Wipe down the seat, and then I'll vacuum the floor as I go around. It's a process that I found that works best for me. I don't really think there's a right or wrong way to do it. I think it's just a matter of what works best for you. that little polished silver thing there on the side of the door. I typically try to polish as much as I can. And then over here, of course, I'm vacuuming again in the sections as I was mentioned before. As I go working in sections, I wipe down, so if there's anything on the dash that falls on the carpet, I'm only vacuuming once, not vacuuming twice. Here I'm just using my wheel cleaner. After I do the interior, I start on the wheels. And I do like to use this brush for this specific car. It's typically known as a lug nut brush, but I like to use it because I can get into a lot of the cracks of the wheel and I don't have to worry about using 2 or 3 tools. For the tire, I just use a regular tire brush from Chemical Guys. See, I can get these wheels done pretty quickly using just my lug nut brush. After I do the wheels, I like to rinse down the car. I always do a rinse down. I never just spray foam directly on, that way I get any of the dust or dirt particles that are stuck on the paint, I'm able to get them off while I'm also rinsing down the wheels. And here's now when I start using my foam cannon. Get a nice layer of foam on the car. When I get my wash mitt, I'm able to take off most of the dirt that is stuck on the paint. After I'm done, I just spray down whatever soap is left, leaving the car nice and clean, and then I typically dry the car right after that. After I dry the car, I go straight to the wheels. I just use gray microfibers. I have them color coded. Yellow's interior, blue is window, and gray is wheels. And I do this so that I have nice clean wheels once I'm done. I also use gray for the door jambs. Now I start on the windows. As you can see, I'm using blue. I like to have my microfibers color coded. That way I never get confused on what towel is for what. And for window cleaner, I'm just using invisible glass. So I just finished washing the Range Rover that we were doing today. It's all nice and clean, the interior's done. This car is a really nice car. And now I am hopefully headed to another customer's house. I also worked on this truck, painting the entire interior, the front and back. And I'm gonna see if hopefully I can go to my next customer's house. I mean, it's about to rain. I started sprinkling and I didn't want to risk washing the car and then it being dirty again. So we're rescheduling the outside wash for another day, and we'll just take it from there for now. All right, so now that we're done with the white Range Rover and that truck, I was not able to get to the actual exterior of the truck. At least I did the interior, which is the most important for the customer. I am on my way right now to get a quick bite to eat. I'm gonna have some lunch, and then we are going to do a Hyundai Palisade. It's a customer of mine on a scheduled regular weekly wash. And this customer, his car is always interesting to watch. Well, so let me give you a little bit of backstory. He has kids, and his kids are always making a mess inside his car. So whenever I go and wash his cars, I'm always running into all kinds of little things inside the car that are kind of funny. I mean, the car gets very dirty, but you know, if you have kids, you obviously know that your car is gonna get dirty, especially in the back seat. So I just pulled up to my customer's house, and I told you guys this car is always very, very interesting to watch. And if you could tell by the thumbnail on this is gonna be a detail. So, as I said, he has kids. They just went on a road trip, and this is what I run into. And of course, white interior. Got all this crust that we're gonna vacuum out and make this car all nice and clean. I'm gonna show you guys how I do it, so you guys can see the process that I do as far as cleaning a car like this. So the first thing that I start doing is I take all of the bigger stuff out of the car, fries, any spare change that I can give to the customer later, any of the bigger stuff that I don't want my vacuum taking up. Typically pick them up by hand, and I put them in my bucket so I can start vacuuming. By this point, I already took the carpets out of the car. I start vacuuming all the sections that are under. Once I'm done vacuuming the interior of the car, I get to work on the carpets. I already did my wipe down, and I get ready to put the carpets back inside the car so that I can get started on the exterior. I was looking at my drone just to make sure it was still flying and I wasn't gonna hit anything while I was washing this car. After I'm done drying the car, I start to work on the windows. That is the final step that I do when I'm detailing or washing a car. So I just finished doing the detail on the Palisade that I was doing, and this is an aftershock. The car, nice and clean. I think I'm gonna call this car the Fry Motel. This car had so many fries in it, it's crazy. But it is completely done. I'm not gonna put any tire shine on it because it's about to rain. So it doesn't really make too much sense to put tire shine on it because it's all gonna splatter everywhere. But at least the car is clean. Customer's happy. That's what matters. The carpet does have some stains that we're gonna address at a later time. But Transformation Thursday. All right, so I just finished the Palisade. I was gonna go to my next customer's house, but there is way too much rain. I don't know why there's so much rain lately. It's a little ridiculous. Anyways, if you like this video, please like the video, subscribe. It really helps me out. I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel. I'm gonna have a lot more videos like this being posted in the next couple of weeks. I have a few projects that I wanna do. I have another big disaster detail on a truck that I definitely want to show you guys how I clean it. That has seat extraction, that has steam cleaning, polishing, and we're probably going to do a ceramic coat on it. So please subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and like this video so you can be notified whenever there's another video that I post. I really appreciate it. It really helps the channel out, and it helps me keep all of these things growing. Thank you so much for watching.